If you've never watched a Turkish drama in your life, allow us to introduce you to some really good television. You take in all the good, the bad, and the ugly moments, and you're stuck watching all night until the early morning. For newcomers, however, it can be a tricky road to walk as there are so many Turkish dramas out there just waiting to be watched. To help all newbies, I've decided to create a list of the best Turkish dramas for those looking to get into the genre. We've tried to include all genres to suit your taste. So guys, let's start without wasting any more time. Number 1. Love for Rent. A waitress named Daphne finds herself in a love game where she needs money to pay off her brother's debt. Daphne looks after her grandmother, her younger sister, and her older brother because her father abandoned them and after her mother left them for another man. One day, a man named Omer kissed her abruptly because he wants to save himself from a blind date which his aunt arranged for him. Unknown to Daphne and Omer, Omer's aunt Nerman saw the kiss. After that, Nerman comes with an offer to Daphne to marry and then leave the man she rented her for. Nerman is ready to give 400,000 liras, but Daphne only takes the money she needed and accepts the offer to give her brother to save him from the people he is indebted to. She starts as an assistant near Omer, unaware of the fact that he's the man who kissed her until she sees him on the first workday. She has 6 months to marry and then leave him, but she wasn't aware enough and accidentally falls in love with him. Number 2. Heartbeat. In Heartbeat TV series story, you'll explore the story of a young girl who has nothing but anger and challenges life by becoming a successful surgeon. Eylül, the stubborn schoolgirl, turns up to be a strong professional doctor by the help of her teacher Ali Asaf. 10 years later, Eylül and Ali meet again at the rooftop of the best hospital in Istanbul. They are two successful doctors who start to work at the same hospital. Now they can disclose their feelings and have a happy life. But nothing is easy as expected. Their love is met by many challenges and the inner conflict of the stubborn woman who refuses to yield easily to her heart, refusing to repeat the miserable story of her dead mother. Number 3. Kuzgun. Kuzgun TV series tells how the forces of love and revenge bring two young persons together after 20 years. Kuzgun is an 8-year-old boy, ends up on the streets, fending for himself. Over the next 20 years, the orphan transcends all the pain and trauma of his childhood to transform himself into the perfect sword of vengeance. Now, as an adult, nothing will get in Kuzgun's way. He infiltrates the gang of Rifat, the best friend who betrayed his father, and soon Kuzgun begins to rise through the ranks. All is going according to the plan until he runs into Dila. Dila is Rifat's daughter and Kuzgun's childhood sweetheart. Kuzgun was the love of her life, and it broke her heart when he disappeared. Now 20 years later, he reappears as her bodyguard. Dila doesn't recognize the new man at first, but is strangely drawn to him all the time. Number 4. My Left Side. My Left Side brings to the screen a gripping story full of secrets and intrigues that developed around the story of lovers Sarah and Selim. They, the protagonists, were born with a silver spoon in their mouths. Sarah's story, however, is completely different from the others, but coincidences lead her to a new beginning among these young people. The campus of Northern University is bringing these 4 young people together. Thus, the audience witness the present fun and engaging stories about the campus life. Number 5. Full Moon. In Full Moon TV series story, you'll watch how ordinary life of Nazli changes dramatically when she starts to become a private chef of rich businessman Ferit. He is a very successful businessman and is extremely organized. He wants the same manner of organization in both his private and professional life. Nazli, who is studying gastronomy, needs to find a job immediately as she is responsible for covering the expenses of the home she shares with her friend and her sister. She is a stubborn and adamant personality, so she has a tough time keeping a job. Number 6. Winter Sun. In this story, you'll explore a wonderful detective story with a psychological twist. When two businessmen kill off the third partner in their company, there's one crucial witness to the murder: the victim's younger son. 20 years later, Ify becomes an adult who remembers nothing about his origins. He becomes a humble fisherman who lives happily with his adopted family. Enver will portray the daughter of a wealthy family, a lost self, an impossible love, and a history filled with secrets. Ify is investigating the mysterious death of his father and will enter a very challenging struggle. Number 7. Black and White Love. Black and White Love is the best recommendation for the viewers who want to watch Turkish dramas with some common topics. It's a story about Asli, an uptight and kind-hearted doctor who is an orphan living in Istanbul with her police brother and gets entangled in a kind of mafia situation. In order to live, she has to marry the lead enforcer of that mafia, named Farhad, a cold-blooded killer with a wounded past. What happens when the woman who saves life is captured by the man who takes them? Hopefully, you'll like to view this romantic drama series. Number 8. Daydreamer. The story of Daydreamer is about a girl, Senem, working in her father's small store, and she opens the store in the early morning due to her father's illness. Every morning, she opens the store and works until her father's arrival. Then she starts daydreaming about her life and working on the book she is trying to write. The ordinary life of Semen has changed when she met Jen David, a handsome businessman who runs an advertisement agency. Senem's sister Laila has been working in Jen's agency for some time. One day, she tells Senem that the woman magazine they run is hiring. She decides to apply for the position, and the moment when Jen notices her is the turning point for her ordinary life. Number 9. Brave and Beautiful. In Brave and Beautiful TV series story, you'll explore a love between two different persons who are destined to be together. Jaser is a young man who comes back to a small city outside of Istanbul in order to take revenge from Tahsin. On his way, he unexpectedly bumps into Suhan and saves her life without knowing that he's the daughter of his enemy. He decides to take over his enemy's most weak spot in order to reach his target. He settles into a territory that is close to the big ranch house of Koroglu family and starts to plot his plan so that to get everything that Tahsin owns. His arrival changes the life of his enemy. Even though Suhan is engaged to another man, she starts to question her love. She tries to be far away from Janser, who seems to hide something, but she finds herself closer and closer to him as time passes. Number 10. Strawberry Smell. The drama story is full of romance and emotions. This is a love story of Asli and Burak, who lives in a different world. Asli fired from her job due to Burak, and her friend Goncha convinced Asli to come with her to boardroom. Burak is an irresponsible man, and his father is not happy with his attitude and sends Burak to manage their new hotel. Asli and Burak meet again in boardroom, and after some time they fall in love with each other and the story takes a new turn. Number 11. Legacy. The series tells the story of Yaman, a successful businessman who is incapable of love because of his traumatic childhood. There's only one person that he feels something for, his young nephew Yusuf. When Yusuf's mother dies unexpectedly, his aunt Seher, a beautiful, courageous young woman, moves into the family mansion to take care of him. Initially clashing with Yaman and his cold and standoffish behavior, both soon start to develop deep feelings for one another. That's it for this video, guys. Hope to see you back soon for more. Thank you so much for watching.